Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be predicting the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. Obviously, if you have seen the Truck Series and Xfinity Series, you already know that there are going to be three categories: certain, likely, and possible. Mostly certain, it should be 100% or it will be happening. Likely is probably going to be happening. There's a chance, obviously, it might, but that's a very, very low chance. While possible is it's a 50-50 chance. It might not happen, it might happen, but have to wait and see of that. So let's get started and first start off with the 7 drivers who are part of the certain category, that being our reigning champion Joe Logano, Ross Chastain, Chase Elliott, Christopher Bell, Kyle Larson, William Byron, and Denny Hamlin. So I'll try to explain them one by one. Joe Logano, he was the champion from last year, so makes sense. Ross Chastain, he was definitely the most surprising team from last year, so definitely he will be in the playoffs this year. Chase Elliott, he was very, very consistent, and I'm pretty sure he got the most wins as well out of everyone in the seat last year with 5 wins, so definitely Chase Elliott. Christopher Bell has also come alive as well this last year. Obviously, he got that clutch win on Martinsville to advance him into the championship 4. Other than that, I think Christopher Bell will definitely be contention of winning the championship this year. Kyle Larson, even though it was a bit of a down year for him, it was very difficult to match the 2021 results, but it was still a pretty subpar season for him, even though he got out in around 12. But pretty decent season for Larson either way. William Byron, he has definitely also come alive as well last year, very, very consistent. And Denny Hamlin, who is in a contract year, but I think obviously with a bit of a slow start last year, we'll say, but getting a lot, getting like 3 wins, I'm pretty sure, like 3 or 4 wins last year. I think he would definitely also make it to the playoffs as well. Let's now move over to likely, which are 6 drivers who I think have likely chances of making it to the playoffs. We have Daniel Suarez, Kyle Busch, Tyler Reddick, Alex Bowman, Ryan Blaney, and AJ Allmendinger. So we'll first off with Daniel Suarez. Obviously, he got that win at Sonoma, and I think he definitely also came alive as well this year, last year, obviously with Trackhouse. He feels a lot more comfortable now. So I think Suarez will make it to the playoffs this year. Very, very likely chance, but I should maybe put it impossible, but I'll say likely that Suarez will probably make it. Kyle Busch, who's now moved over to Richard Childress Racing, I think he has a very, very good chance of making it to the playoffs. Obviously, he is now in Chevy equipment, and he has quite a lot of sponsors. Richard Childress has also demonstrated that they are very, very fast, especially that 8 car, which was driven by Tyler Reddick, which we'll get to talk about after this. But I think Kyle Busch will definitely get some wins under his belt. Tyler Reddick, who will also speak about him now. Obviously, Tyler Reddick was part of Richard Childress Racing last year, and he's now moved over to 2311 Racing, which obviously by Kurt Busch and Bob Wallace basically showing last year that team is basically now capable of winning races. And obviously with the performance that Reddick did last year with Childress, I think he's going to get multiple wins this year with 2311 Racing. Next up, I have Alex Bowman, obviously with Hendrick Motorsports. This is actually also a contract year for Bowman. He's definitely one of the weakest drivers in Hendrick Motorsports, I'll be honest. He performed just meh last year. Obviously, he got that win, I'm pretty sure. Was it Richmond? I'm pretty sure. Maybe I actually can't. No, it was Las Vegas. I actually don't know where Alex Bowman won, but Bowman did win at some point during the season, and obviously he did obviously have that concussion at Texas, which definitely hindered him. But I think obviously now with the new crew chief with Blake Harris, I think he's definitely going to hopefully improve from last year, and I think he will be making it to the playoffs. Next up, I have Ryan Blaney, who sadly did not win a race last year, and I was pretty surprised about that. But he was still very incredibly consistent enough to, I'm pretty sure, make it until like the round of 8. I might be wrong on that, but yeah. So I think now this season will be his season where he's going to get a win, but hopefully he does in the next gen era. And I have AJ Allmendinger for Colleague Racing. and that's just because there are so many road courses in the schedule. Obviously, the biggest one will be the Chicago Street Course. Obviously, the first street race in NASCAR history, I'm pretty sure. Um, so I do think Allmendinger will also be in contention to win quite a few road courses. We'll say. I mean, he was in contention winning COTA, and that didn't really go to fruition. And yeah, he's basically just been everywhere. He's been, I guess, also in super speedways as well. There's only now like the two Atlanta tracks, so I think he has a pretty good chance of winning this season. And now for my final three drivers who are part of the possible one, I have Bubba Wallace, Chase Briscoe, and Austin Cindric. So first, I started off with Bubba Wallace. Obviously, he got that win at Kansas, and I think he might actually do it again this season. He was very, very good as well at the end of last year. At the start of this year was a bit of just Bubba Wallace. I mean, it was just. I mean, it's like he obviously had great speed, but didn't really show that with the finishes and all that other stuff. And this pit crew was kind of screwing him over as well last year. Hopefully, that doesn't happen again this year. But I think Bubba Wallace will make his first playoff appearance in this year's Cup Series, obviously with Reddick now being his teammate and 2311 making a pretty big step forward this year. I think he will be making his first playoff berth. Chase Briscoe, I'm pretty sure, yes, he is the only Stewart-Haas racing driver that I actually have on my list. No Kevin Harvick, no Eric Almirola, no Ryan Preece. The reason why I picked Chase Briscoe as the sole SHR representative is because he was pretty lucky last year with a bunch of problems from everyone, and we've all seen that Phoenix is his best track, and obviously there's Phoenix at the start of the season and at the end of the season. So obviously, if he does make it to the championship, I think he has a very, very good chance of actually winning the championship just because Phoenix is his favorite track. It's kind of like Kevin Harvick, how he won at Phoenix like multiple times. So that's why I have Chase Briscoe there. And I have last year's Rookie of the Year winner, Austin Cindric. Obviously, Cindric had this might be a Cindric sophomore season, but I'm not too sure. I can't really predict the future. He might get some couple wins. Maybe even one win just like last year. But it will be difficult. I mean, the talent now in the Cup Series is pretty big. I mean, there's a lot of talented drivers which could actually take that last 16th place. Like we could even see Cindric out of the playoffs this year. That's how stacked this Cup Series roster is. So that is hopefully my predictions, as you can see from the screen. Hopefully I can edit that correctly. If not, I'll try and put it somewhere just so you can actually see it. But there is quite a lot of drivers which you can actually say has a pretty good chance of making it to the playoffs. First one that comes into the mind is now the two Legacy Motorsport Club drivers of Noah Gragson and Eric Jones. Obviously, Eric Jones had a very, very good season last year, winning at Darlington, which we can probably tell is his favorite track. Noah Gragson, he was actually pretty good at subbing for Alex Bowman last year for Hendrick Motorsports. So, so both of them. You can maybe even say Austin Dillon if he gets another fluke win, just like at Daytona. You can maybe say Justin Haley. You can probably even say maybe Ty Gibbs if he actually does well in the Cup Series for Joe Gibbs Racing. You can maybe even say like the Stewart-Haas Racing drivers of Kevin Harvick, Eric Almirola, and Ryan Preece. There's quite a few drivers. You can even say Chris Buescher and Brad Keselowski. There's so many drivers which you can actually say has a pretty good chance of making it to the playoffs this year. Heck, I even missed out Mark Truex Jr. I genuinely didn't put Mark Truex Jr. on it. Because we already saw last year that that next gen car does not suit Truex at all. And also with Kevin Harvick retiring, I think Truex is going to be the oldest NASCAR driver. So, I mean, I'm not too sure. Like, I also won't be surprised if he announces his retirement this year. I'll be honest, or even announcing that next year will be his last race, or even Eric Almirola obviously these old drivers who has been in the sport for a very, very long time, slowly, very, but surely will be moving away, sadly, because that's just obviously how life goes. But yeah, there's a lot of drivers which you can actually say who will probably make it to the playoffs in the Cup Series. There's so many of them, but that is my list. Obviously, I will have a look at this video at the end of the season, just so you can all laugh at me and see if I'm actually right or wrong. But I don't know. We'll have to see at the end of November. So that's really about it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys on next time in the next one. Goodbye.